Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I will show you how Collana Pay is working with Business Central. In Business Central, we can open the sales orders. For example, we have a sales order coming from our webshop with some Collana Pay details. For example, the external document number is the webshop order number. We have all the details for the customers, like the address and the name, the email address. And we also have the articles ordered in the webshop. As a payment method, there is a Collana Pay payment method with the sales order. This payment method is set up in the Collana Pay setup. If the Collana Pay payment method is set up on the sales order, we can see the Collana Pay details fast tab with the sales order. In the Collana Pay details fast tab, there is the Collana Pay reference. This is filled, for example, in our case, with the PayPal ID for processing in Business Central. To start the process, we can click on Release. So we are releasing the sales order, and we can see that there's a message from Collana Pay saying that the request is still pending. Collana Pay communicates asynchronously, so there's always different statuses that can be found on the Collana Pay transaction. If we step into the log, we can see that already some different process steps are done in the background. We can see the import, which is basically the start of the transaction, where we tell Collana Pay, please import this PayPal transaction, which is already started by the webshop. After that, Business Central asks Collana Pay for a status after the import. With that information, we can see that there is a reserve already done by the external system, so this is our webshop. And we can see that there's already a capture started by releasing the sales order from Business Central, so this is my current system. We can see that the capture is still pending. This means that we are still waiting for a Collana Pay response. For that, we can step into the Collana Pay notifications. In the Collana Pay notifications, we can see all notifications sent from Collana Pay to Business Central. As we can see here, this is probably our capture notification, which is already processed by the job in the background. So we just go back to the transaction and we update our page, and we can see the capture was completed. This is what we want, because now we can process the sales order. As we can see on the sales order, we can also have a look at the Collana Pay status and see it's okay. We can also see that the status of the sales order is still open because Collana Pay blocked the release process to process the payment. If we click on Release again, we can see that the status changes to Released. So everything is fine with the sales order and we can continue our process. If we click on Post and Ship and Invoice, we process the sales order and get a posted sales invoice. On the posted sales invoice, we can still have a look at the Collana Pay transaction, get all the information we have, and have a look at the log and the different process steps. If we click on the Collana Pay transaction, we can see how the setup is set for the different process steps. So we can see there's capture is happening on the release flow, and on the refund, we are on the posting flow. So this is what we want to have a look at now. We are still in the posted sales invoice, and for example, if the customer sends articles back or doesn't want his order anymore, we can cancel this sales invoice and create a credit memo. We can see that there's again a message that Collana Pay is holding up the process to process the payment. If we want to open the credit memo now, we can see that there's still a Collana Pay request pending. So we can have a look again at the Collana Pay transaction and the log and see that there's a refund. The background task was faster now, so we can see it's already completed and it's done by the current system. So if we go back, we can see the refund is processed already, so the background task was much faster this time. If we go back to our sales credit memo, we can process this one till the end. So we click on Post and want to post the credit memo. And as we can see, everything is done now, and we have a posted sales credit memo. If we have a look at the transaction over here, we can still see all the information we had before. So we can still see the refund was done, everything looks good, so there's nothing more to do for us, and the money is refunded to the customer. That's it for today. Thank you for tuning in.